Hi guys, I'm Exactchaos and welcome to another stream. We are going to play Project Hospital today, and we're going to start, I think, a bit of a streaming series is what I think we're going to do. We're definitely going to use the new Infectious Diseases DLC, and I am very keen to build a specialized hospital that is only kind of specializing in pandemics. We'll have to have a few other things in there as well. Obviously, we'll need some radiology, some labs. We'll definitely need emergency room services, things like that. But yeah, that's the idea. It's going to be a pandemic handling hospital. Hi, Dandelion, welcome. CM Melody, welcome to the stream. I think it's the first time I've seen you here, so welcome to the stream. Let's get straight into it. Let's quickly have a look at what we're going to do. So I'm going to go sandbox mode. I'm going to do the empty field. I think we're going to go the larger of the two, and then we will be doing free building where we'll be unlocking all the departments, and we will allow patients to die, and that's kind of going to be what we're going to start with, and we'll see how we go from there. But yeah, I think the free version is what's going to the free building is what's going to make us do well here. Dr. Kevin, welcome, and congratulations to Checkpoint Dandelion, Mike Easy, by Qantas 747 Memorabilia, and the Van Upon Chaos Flow Man as this week's winners on the Discord. And if you have not joined the Discord already, please do so. Descriptions in the link below, or yes, in the link below. There's a well, in the description of the channel or the description of the video, there's a link to the Discord, so please feel free to join and have some fun with us over there. Okay, now let's jump straight into our new hospital. Yeah, we're going to see about getting this hospital sorted out and have this, I think, at least a few streams to see how we go with the hospital. Unlike what I usually done, this time around, I will be kind of cleaning it up and as we go, basically. That's the thing, kind of detailing it as we go. So let's have a quick look. I haven't planned out anything over here. We'll have to jump straight into it. So in order for us to do that, we will need to start by building foundations. Luckily, we won't be paying for foundations. So what we could do is we could do maybe a little bit of planning, not doctor's mode, hospital. This one, we could do a little bit of planning over here. So I am tempted to do, okay, so if we look at emergency, obviously the ambulance comes in over here. So I am thinking, let's start off with that hospitalization over here, and let's see. So if we go with our trauma center, I'm tempted to, so we've got a tree over there. So let's not get it straight onto the edge. Let's do it something like this, maybe. I'm really tempted to get a nice big trauma center going on here. But maybe that's too big. Maybe trauma center, maybe up to something like that. That's about 7 wide, so that should be okay. Something big like that, then they can come in straight over here. Then we can have all kinds of other facilities in there. Something like that could do well. And then we obviously need some other bits and pieces. So we need an observation room, and I'm kind of wondering whether we do something nice and wide. I think 8 wide is kind of what we're going for. So if we go like 8 by 20 over there, and then how shall we do the rest of this? And I'm almost tempted for us to, in order to get more facilities involved here. So this is a kind of an awkward shape at the moment if we're looking at it from that perspective. But what we could do is we could have a link somewhere through here potentially, and we need something like an on-call room for the doctors, and I wouldn't mind a pretty large one. So if we say like an 8 by 10 on-call room over there, and maybe even an 8 by 8 nurses station, something like that. The nurses station probably needs to be bigger. Okay, but something like that, and then we have a little bit of a corridor that goes into this area here. And then what we'll do is we'll have common rooms and things on the other side. Okay, so we trauma center, observation, on call. I'm going to reshape these a little bit. So if we then say We're going to grab a corridor. We're going to run our corridor at the very least something like this. Okay, and we'll split them up into multiple pieces. So they'll have like a door here and a door over there to get into this observation room. Then we can grab ourselves a sizable common room, really, and some bathrooms and things like that. But this is really too wide, isn't it? I'm tempted to do it something like this, but it does feel a little weird to have these in front of it like that. What do you guys think? Do you think this is a decent setup? Do I like have a double up of rooms and facilities in here so that we use less space for corridors? I think I want to try it and see how that goes, actually. I think I want to try that out. Now, so if we say something like, how much is this? It's like 13. It feels disproportionate. Maybe what we can do is we can trim it back by at least 1. Like it's like 12 or something. 8 by 12. A nice big common room over there. And we need some bit of a restroom and a cleaning closet. And I'm actually tempted to do like a sizable restroom like that, maybe a 5 by 8 restroom like so, and then we'll add a bit of a cleaning closet in the back over there. I think that could work quite well. And then we've got an additional piece of an additional area over here. So really what we could do is we could make that the nurse's station and this the doctor's the on-call room. So if we do something like that, 7 by 12 for the on-call room, and we'll be building our own. And what we'll do is we'll get rid of this and we'll redo, and maybe we'll make this one 4 wide instead. So if we go with this corridor please, something like that, like so, corridor, a 4 wide corridor, and then we put the nurse's station in here, a pretty sizable nurse's station right there, 6 by 18 by 16 by 8 basically. So something like that maybe. That's kind of what I'm thinking. And I wanted to just trim back the trauma center a little bit. So let's rip that one out and we'll go with that again. So 8 by, it needs to be like 8, right? Wanted to have it at like 8. So if we do something like this, and then we can have this access point over here. So ambulances can drop straight in here. Then there's an additional door that goes out that way. We can have a little bit of seating and waiting areas over there, and that goes into observation over there. We've got the nurses on call station over here. Are we paying for building? No, we are not. And we've got the doctors over there, and we've got the that in there. So that works pretty well. That means the rest of this entire area can be used for something like X-ray or laboratories or something like that. And I'm thinking that the next level up will be where we deal with the infectious diseases. Okay, so now let's quickly see how we're going to deal with like reception. And I definitely want to do a pharmacy and a gift shop and things like that right here at the access point. So if we say that our main access point is where exactly? Maybe what we do is we do little fancy build outs. So we'll kind of say corridors for emergency. So if we say that, so let's say do something like that, 3 in. Okay, then we'll do maybe something like this. Are you planning to make several separate buildings? Not really. Not really. I think that's not really the idea. I don't want to make several separate buildings, but what I do want to do is I want to make kind of distinct wings. I think that's kind of the idea. So, well, it could be separate buildings, but I don't necessarily think that's the right idea or what I really want to do. So the idea that I have here now is on this side we go and grab over here we go and grab a nice large pharmacy. I'm going to do something like that, like 8 by 10 pharmacy over there. What other services can we have over here? We obviously need a cleaning closet. We need a bathroom. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to grab a bathroom over here, something like that. I think that's going to be sufficient. We'll grab a cleaning closet right next to it over here. It's pretty small, but I think that's going to be just fine. And then I want to do the gift shop. Is there anything else we should do over here? Common room maybe? I don't know. The gift shop. This is too large for the gift. No, we can. I think that should be okay for the gift shop. That corridor is 5 wide. Oh yes, I see. I'll come back to that right now. Hopefully we. It's starting on the right side, but I believe we've. But this is 5 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll trim it back from that one side. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a little weird. So that's why I've been thrown off course here. So we'll do that corridor back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so, I believe. 4 by 4. 4 by 4. There we go. I wanted that to be emergency and not this. But I think that's kind of the idea. So we'll do that, and this is going to be the primary area. Now, what I'll do is let's go back to emergency. This time around, I'll make this an emergency corridor. Okay, and now what we can do, how much room do we have on this side? So we can do about 10 that way quite easily, or we can do it 8, and then we have some room to maybe put a lift in out into that direction or something like that. Okay, let's do that. So first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure you separate the wings with doors and use the bio corridor thing. Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely be doing that. Yeah, Doc, you still have that free drive the chaos, so feel free to drive the chaos if you want to do it now. The planning phase would probably be the best time to do it. Okay, so corridors. I'm going to extend our corridors down here. Okay, then we'll run a corridor down there, and we'll run a corridor in here. So something like that for our corridors. Staying apart saves lives. Hi, I'm assuming it's Scotty, right? Welcome to the stream, Scotty. Okay, so that's kind of a starting point. We could later do some additional administrative things on that side. What I do want us to do, and I'm kind of tempted to do a fairly large reception in here. A fairly large reception with maybe, well, we don't need another bathroom right here. We'll find something else. So if we do from here, let's say we'll do like a 4 by 26 piece of reception over there, with some areas where people can just be sitting and waiting and so on. And then from here, they will then go to a corridor again, or straight into the doctor's offices. Or actually, now we'll do a waiting room. Yeah, I think it's going to be a nice wide and open area. I think that's going to be good. So now if we do a waiting room, maybe 4 wide waiting room like that, we'll bring our corridors back in and we'll fill in the remaining area there. So it's going to be a lot of like almost wasted space in this area, and then we'll see about getting in our doctor's offices. So let's get our doctor's offices, and I'm going to do 8 by 6, I think. I would like them to be pretty substantial doctor's offices, 8 by 6, 8 by 6. And we're going to need at least 6 of them, I think. So something like that. We could, well, we'll squeeze another one in there. And then the question is, do we continue them along this side and we'll have our corridor run into that direction? I think so. I think that's almost what I'm envisaging here. So that's good. We do need a few other bits and pieces there. 8 by 6 for ER clinic is too big. I will run out of space, but we can go upstairs, right? We can still go upstairs. So what I'm thinking is we'll get this corridor to run through to the other building or the other wing through here. So we'll have a corridor connection to this building over here. And we'll have like the labs and maybe the radiology in here. Maybe we'll run it along, maybe labs down this section, and then radiology in here. And then from there we'll go upstairs for the infectious diseases part. So we've got 5 of these already. I don't think we need much more than an additional 1 maybe. That's kind of what I'm thinking. You need at least 15 ER clinics? Why? Why so many? It feels extreme. I'm not I'm not necessarily saying it's wrong or anything like that. It just feels extreme. Usually about six or so does the trick for me. But I haven't really done specialized clinics, specialized hospital that doesn't have all kinds of other departments. So maybe that's the case. Need at least 15. Well, let's see if we make them a little bit smaller, right? If we make them a little bit smaller. So what are we saying? 4 by 8? So 4 by 8, we should be able to squeeze tons of them in here. Something like that. So how many do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could do one. We probably can run some of them up here as well. It feels like a lot to me. It feels like a lot to me. So what we could do is we could do. How shall we do this? I'm tempted to. You know what I can do? I can put another bathroom in here. It feels a little bit. Let's have a look at that. So if we say cleaning closet back there. Hang on. Let's try this thing. So if we say more doctor's offices like this, right? 4 by 8, 4 by 8, 4 by 8. And I'm not necessarily going to build this section now. We'll see how we go with that. 4 by 8 over there. Ooh, and that's not actually. So there's another 5 that we can get in there. Please put in another near the end. Yeah. We need. Well, I'm figuring out what I'm going to do in this space over here. I want to do like a bathroom plus a cleaning closet or something in there. Oh, and you know what we need? We need a common room. So let's put the common room in there. A nice large common room so that we kind of sort that area out there. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 5 gives us 13. And we could squeeze a couple of those in there, I think, if we ultimately need to. But I think this is going to be almost plenty for us over here. We've got a nice big reception, large waiting rooms. A large waiting room. Well, I think it's large enough, and we'll start moving people out there. So we'll have the reception up on this corridor here, and then we'll have all of that as kind of waiting. We'll have to see. Maybe what we do is we ultimately make this reception area maybe a little smaller, like 12 by 4, like that maybe. And then what we'll do is we'll extend our waiting room in there and in here. So this is kind of our waiting room section. Nice big waiting room, basically. There's a bathroom over here. There's common room over there for all of these doctors to go and attend to, a nice big one actually. And then we'll have this corridor run in the other direction. So this area we'll kind of leave open for maybe something like lifts to go upstairs. And things like that. We can see about getting maybe a courtyard area built over here. There's a fair bit of room that's in this area. So I don't necessarily think we need to fill up absolutely everything over here. Okay, so that's kind of the idea. Now let's quickly continue our corridor. If we then go over to this and we'll say, well, from here, the medical laboratories will take over the corridor. So we'll do like a few section of corridor through there. Okay, and I want to do like medical laboratories maybe in here. Oh, they need waiting rooms as well, of course. Ooh, maybe. And then what we'll do is we'll get radiology. Radiology corridor. Yeah, I'll have to deal with that a little bit. So if we do like maybe 15 sections by 15 there. Something like that. And up to, say, there. And then we'll see how we deal with that area there. So this is going to be large areas for radiology, a large area for radiology. So let's start squeezing in what we need to do. I don't think for radiology. Oh, there goes our first hydrate. Thank you so much, Dandelion. For radiology, I don't necessarily think we need to get something like receptions and stuff like that in there. And oh, due to the fact that you're only here for another 5 minutes. Oh no, don't leave us. Anyway, thanks Doc for your hydrate as well. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you guys, how's the sound quality today? I'm doing a few new things. I'm streaming using a secondary PC through, so I'm streaming that way, but I'm also obviously in a new room, and so I'm kind of wondering about the echo and how those things are working. So please do let me know how the sound quality and stuff like that is going. It needs a waiting room? Yeah, absolutely, it needs a waiting room. Okay, so my idea here with the radiology is that maybe, let's quickly see. If we say, start off with an X-ray, right? And I want to do slightly larger X-ray. So if we say maybe 6 by 8, something like that. If we do an X-ray like this, and then we'll do a corridor-style waiting room, and we do another 6 by 8 over there. That's gonna, ooh, beautiful. That will actually tie up quite nicely. So if we can do this kind of thing, so we'll have our waiting room down the middle over here, and it might be a slightly, I'm not sure it's going to work out really well for us, but anyway, let's see that. So we'll do that. We'll need some CTs, so we'll get a CT over there. We'll get an MRI. Okay, like so. We'll grab a CAG. We'll need a sonography unit and and these don't need to be that big, I believe. They're not, so about 6 by 6 over there, and a cardiography unit, like so, 6 by 6 for that. We are going to need, what are we saying? Your sound is good? No game sound though? Oh, that's interesting. Hang on. Let me quickly have a look at that. It seems to be a little weird. Hang on. Let me try one thing over here. There should be some game sound. Like if I click the buttons here, you should be able to hear that. Maybe the music volume is not. Can up the music volume maybe a little bit. I don't want to have it overwhelm us. So we can maybe up that just a tad over here. And then let's go back into the game and see. And I can try and up it here a little bit as well and see how that works. Okay, so let's continue and see if that is. Let me know if that's better. There should be game audio now, but obviously there's not a lot happening at the moment. UI volume is down. Yeah. Are you planning to have a radiology for clinic patients on different locations within the hospital, patient or not? I'm thinking this radiology only. Because we're only going to have emergency and then infectious diseases in this hospital. That's kind of the only thing that I'm thinking we're going to do. So the other things that I needed to do is we needed a nice big, maybe a big common room. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do there. Now I've messed that up a little bit. So we'll go and fix that a little bit later. So like a common room over there, I'm thinking we can do a cleaning closet, something like this, plus a restroom, a restroom like that maybe, and then we have room for something other that's still also another large piece over here. Maybe I don't know what we're going to need first, but maybe another big, something big like that, maybe another CT or something like that. So just something like that. So this is kind of the area for that. So this whole slot in here becomes a waiting room, and this is the access point to radiology. It'll be up here basically. That corridor for radiology might not be the required, but that'll be the area to the emergency area. We can see about expanding in this area. Potentially what we do instead is we have this as two separate buildings, and then we actually have our labs over here. So let's quickly do that. Let's have some large labs over here. They obviously need waiting rooms also, so let's see. What is the area that I've got to work with over here to have this square? 12 is not a bad idea for labs. 12 by 8 maybe, something like that. So a pretty large lab, so we can have multiple. Our labs will need to work overtime, so we'll need many people to work the labs if we're ultimately wanting to get through all the infectious diseases stuff. Gotta go. Dandelion, thank you for dropping by. Enjoy the rest of your day. And a histology lab, something like this over there. And then we've got room for we need a waiting room of some sort, but it can be in the corridor. But potentially we can have a little bit of an additional waiting room style area over there. We could have a common room, a cleaning. Okay, so let's get another rest room. Well, maybe on this side actually. So let's trim this thing out. We'll bring that lab, we'll bring it in on this side. Yeah, perfect. I think that's good. And then what we'll do over here is we will grab all these others that we still need to do. So like a bit of a common room for these guys. Maybe something like that. That could actually be accessed from that side. A common room and maybe a rest room right over here. And we'll have a bit of a dedicated waiting room like that. We can also extend it into this area. And then we'll have a bit of a cleaning closet. So something like this. This is kind of my thinking around the whole thing. So let's just quickly finish off this piece of corridor that we needed over here. There we go. So something like that. Now let's make sure that this is in fact, that's all radiology up there. And I'm thinking this could be radiology too. And that could probably be part of emergency, and then we'll get labs. If we go to the lab stuff, and we'll go and get our corridor just switched over so that these corridors here, they should probably be waiting rooms instead of corridors. Let's extend this as a nice big waiting room like so. Yeah. You need at least 8 technicians per lab? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to have a lot of room for technicians over here in this setup. I like this idea. It's kind of separating all of the various areas, and we've got a bit of a connection over here. That doesn't necessarily have to be a corridor. So what we could in fact do is we can just trim these out, and it can be 2 separate buildings completely. I think that's let's play around with that a little bit and see how that works. Okay, let's just fix this nurses station over here that we messed up a little bit. There we go. Okay, perfect. Let's use this as a bit of a starting point for what we want to do. So we've got some bathrooms in a number of locations over here. Okay, now let's get building. I'm going to do that entire section there. So okay, now foundations. I would like add a perimeter wall around foundation area. Yes, thank you so much. So I'm going to grab that entire section there. At least 3 X-ray rooms, 2 of others. I think X-ray is better to be closer to ER. You're saying that our current plan, hang on, before we build it, you're saying that our current plan to have it walk all the way around there might be a little bit out of the way. What we could do is we could reduce the size of the common room and have them get them a direct access through here somewhere. We could do a small direct access through here, or through here maybe, and see how we maybe change this stuff up a little bit, so it's quicker to get in through there. Alternatively, this is a little bit of space that we might be wasting with what we put in here, so potentially we can run some stuff in there as well. We can run some stuff in there. Okay, but let's get building. I'm anxious to get building. So let's build up to about there. I'm not putting the perimeter walls on there, so we'll build that, and we will build this. So this is our access points into this area, and that's how we do it from there. I wanted to do the perimeter walls, but anyway. So now let's detail this as we go straight into this. So I'm thinking a bit of maybe a bluish kind of color for our hospital interior scheme this time around. but predominantly white again. Still, it is a hospital. It needs to look nice and clean. Maybe something like that, 2 colored stripes, so it's easy for us to kind of remember what we're using. Oh yeah, I like that. That's not bad. Obviously, that's going to be a corridor. So what we'll do is we'll run this guy all the way over there. Okay, that's fine. This is going to be kind of the area. Now let's flip it around. We don't have I'm not sure we have a view for that. So over here, we're going to run that one. Actually, all the way till there. We will do it over here. Probably up to there. Yeah, this whole area will be open. We'll flip it around yet again. It's a little challenging to do all of that. Okay, like so. And we need to flip it around and do that one too. Okay, so that is kind of the area that we're dealing with. Let's flip that around and also do that corridor section. So that's kind of our main access area. Now, how are these rooms going to look inside? So I'm thinking maybe for like maybe the light wooden panel over there for our doctor's common room over here, something like that, like this and like this. Okay, so that's a good start. Now for our doctor's offices, again here this time around, we will do maybe with white tiles in there, because it is like an ER doctor kind of situation. Yeah, I do like that idea. So let's just make sure we get our lines right. Oh, I'm actually building more of them, but we won't open all of them at the same time. We're not paying for construction, so that's okay. This one needs to be an external wall, so we won't do that one just yet. We'll have to swap it around and do all of that. So by detailing this as we go, I believe it's going to be a nicer hospital experience in the long run, and we don't have to come back and then detail everything at the end, which ultimately becomes a little bit of a bore. So we'll do that one in there. We'll do this one through there. There we go. Okay, and what I do need to do is I need to run that section all the way through there. Nice. Okay, so that's good. We will run in here. We will switch things around a little bit. Oh yes, there we go. Grab these guys. Okay, so yeah, that's why it's slightly more tedious to detail it, but I think ultimately if we detail now, it's going to be much better for us later. Okay, so now for the, what is this stuff? Aluminium panels white. Wow, I don't think that's the kind of walling that we are after for the for this stuff, for the pharmacy and stuff like that. We'd rather maybe have something like that. Maybe the dark wood panels. We'll do something like that. Maybe that's okay. Yeah, I don't mind that too much. So let's run that all the way through here. The bathroom can be slightly different, so let's just do the tiling all together. A lot of tiling right there and up to there. Okay, we will flip it around and do the other side of, wow, that's getting slightly more challenging to do. Okay, now we go back to this one that we've been using. Okay, let's drop this down so we can actually see what we're doing here. We'll do that, we'll do that. I think that's fine. Okay, now let's flip that around again. We'll have to bring this up to see where we've missed out on. This one. And that one. It's quite difficult to get all of them. Really it is. It could have been tiles in there as well. We need another tile wall right up there. And that's too far. There's an undo button now, but apparently I missed out on the opportunity to use it over there. Okay, so there we go. That's the basics. I think externally we're just going to go bricks because, yeah, I don't want to necessarily go into too much detail with that. So we'll run the bricks around there, around here, around there, there, and up here, and all the way up there. Okay. Probably need a few more spots. bricks like so. For the time being, maybe we'll close that off there and we'll run our bricks down there. So there we go. I think that is all of our walls now nice and sorted out. We obviously need some windows and things, so let's quickly put some windows in. We need doors and all those kind of things as well, so let's get the double sliding doors. Ooh, I forgot to do our blue stripes over there, so let's quickly do our double blue stripe. It's this one. We'll just run it over there. Not that we're going to see it because it's going to be the doors, so let's get the doors. Can I just figure out how we slot this in here? This prefab needs to be placed on a wall, which I would have suggested that this is in fact a wall. Am I on the wrong level or something? Why is this not working? That's working. Oh, there we go. I just needed to angle it in the right spot. There we go, at the corner. Try the left corner. Yes, excellent. Thanks for that, Doc. Managed it in the end there. Okay, now we need some windows and stuff for our doctors. So I'm thinking within the offices, we'll just do double glass wall in each office. So it's like standard, and it also looks pretty nice from the outside. We'll get to the common room a bit later. So all the doctors should be nice and happy that they've got nice windowed areas over here. We'll see about what we need to do in there. We can certainly do a few windows in here. I think that'll work quite nicely. We can certainly do one in there. And then what we'll do is, no, I don't want to do that. Let's do something like that. We could also do, okay, something like this and something like that. Potentially we could have some windows in here also, but maybe we'll just leave it like that. I think that's going to be okay. Now we'll put some doors in place. We do need, I'm thinking sliding doors of some nature, or maybe just the double doors here for the pharmacy. So I'm going to have a pharmacy door maybe right over there, and what we'll do is we'll have an additional door, just the one glass door on maybe this side, something like that, or the other way around maybe. Don't forget walkway between the entry and the footpath. Yes, absolutely, that is definitely right. We'll do that. Now our doctor's offices, I'm thinking doctor's offices don't really have glass doors generally, but we want to make it look nice, right? So but what are we going to do with it though? We could just go standard white doors, or we could do maybe door with a window. I don't think door with a window is the one I want. I'd rather have the full glass door. The full glass door potentially, or just the white door. I think the full glass door. Something like that. There we go. And ooh, I think this section of wall here wasn't done. Privacy, please. We'll give them a we'll give them a little bit of a screen or something. Privacy. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. We'll change the doors. We'll change the doors. Okay, so something like that. There we go. So bathroom over there, so that should be okay. We will want maybe a do not enter area here for the kind of the staff room, staff common room over here. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea quite nicely. And there we go. Oh, we need a door over here, so let's do gift shop doors. I'm thinking that way and that way maybe. Let's bring it out over there. Yeah, one more step over that way. And let's do that. Let's do something like that. And now we need some doors over here. So I would like maybe a door like right over there, and then we'll have another door over there into the cleaning closet. That'll work quite well, and that kind of does the trick for us. So We'll get to our staff room a little bit later. Now, let's start doing the flooring quickly, and then we can go from there. So, flooring for the hospital, we are in fact doing a nice shade of blue here. I don't want to do too much detail. I generally just don't want to do too much detail on this. So, we'll do... I'm kind of tempted to just do the standard stuff. How does that look? Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you so much. Okay, there we go. And I'm thinking we'll run this one down there. And then maybe we can do something a slightly different arrangement over here. Let's run something like that over there, maybe. And we'll just do the rest like so. I think that just changes the shape just a tad. It's nothing too fancy or special. In the doctor's offices though, well, over here I'm thinking we will do... I still don't like that either. Well, let's start off by getting these connected. Like so, and we'll get that connected over there, so that should work. Now, internally, I'm thinking maybe flooring like this. Yeah, I like that. That's okay. We'll do that. Lots of doctor's offices over there, ready to accept patients. Over here, I'm tempted to do this. It's a little dark, but I am tempted to do that. And we'll just do like tiles. Is that just standard tiles? Standard tiles in there. Yeah, the smaller one. That actually looks quite good. We do need something special in here though. Let's try something like that. Is that gonna... That actually... It's not great, but it's not bad either. Okay, so where are we heading to from here? So we do need some windows in here though, so let's quickly see about... I don't want to do different styles of windows, I'd rather just do the glass walls. So let's just do something like that. So we'll try and maintain our pattern of that stuff, but that's okay, we'll just leave that over there. So that's kind of going to be okay. Right there. Everything is fine, just confused with the gift shop. Why is it's there? Gift shop is needed by hospitalized patients. Okay, yeah, I do agree. I do agree, but eventually this will be the access point to the hospitalization section for infectious diseases, right? So it's like I'm used to gift shop being at the entrance to the hospital, very much the same place where the pharmacy would be. So I think that's why I have it here. Okay, let's start putting in the stuff that we need over here. So we're going to have lots of toilet facilities, and we'll have some sinks. Like so, we'll grab some hand dryers. Super T Gaming. What game is this? This is Project Hospital. This is Project Hospital, and we are building our own hospital. So it's like a hospital simulator tycoon style game, which is actually quite good. I've played it a fair bit, and it is quite good. I do like it. So let's get some privacy going on over here in the bathroom section. So lots of stuff that we're struggling slowly to get everything built up, and that's kind of what we're doing. Getting the perfect hospital starting point here. There we go. Now over there in the cleaning closet, I would like us to put some shelving. We could do shelving like that. I think that's okay. We can grab the cart. We do the cart over there. There's one cart that they can use. For doctor's offices, build one and then use the copy tool. Absolutely, couldn't agree more. It looks amazing. Does it compare to aircraft CEO or airport CEO or prison architect? I think it's very similar to something like prison architect. I think it's very similar to something like prison architect. Yeah, and I mean it can be comparable to airport CEO as well. It's that style of game at least. Okay, now we've got that going on. I want to build the pharmacy out quickly. I'm going to use, we'll just use the standard stuff over here. I'm tempted to maybe do something like that. Actually, I'll move the door again because I want to put some stuff behind the counter over here. Actually, you know what? Let's bring it out a little bit. So let's do something like that and get the other side of the counter over here. Yeah, I think that's about right. That's the better way of doing it. You get the pharmacy desk piece in there, a nice big pharmacy. There's the drug shelf. Oh, this one. We need 3 of these guys. So let's place them in there. Oh, it's great. It's really good. Now we need some PCs over here. So we'll just do something like that. They need stools. Okay, well, we'll give them stools, but the blue variety there. Over there we go, stools. Now we need some shelving. Ooh, and we need some windows on this side too, you know. We'll go with the tall, something like that. Yeah, I like that. I think that's fine. Let's do that. Maybe with that one over there. Yeah, that should be okay. Now, what we can do is back in here, we will start putting some tall shelves in place here. So we'll just do some shelving like this way. We could also, actually, let's we'll run shelving up all the way along there. I'm kind of tempted to grab the oh, that one doesn't want to work. Okay, well then let's move. That doesn't want to work either. Okay, well let's delete that one then. There we go. And now we'll do some stuff with like the pharmacy. Can we? So if we do something like this over there and something like that over there, you can at least kind of figure out where is the pharmacy. That's okay. That looks okay. Good. Anything else that we want to put in here? Well, we can obviously do some more stuff in the middle, but I think I'd rather use that as queuing space. It seems to be more important. Now, let's get some plants in here so we get it to look quite nice. Let's go with that and get a nice blue pot. We'll get one of them over there. We'll get maybe something slightly different over there. And yeah, I think that's gonna kind of do the trick over there. So there's our pharmacy kind of up and running. Gift shop we'll leave for now. Let's build our doctor's offices, and then we'll just copy and paste that one over. So doctor's offices needs a desk and examination room and all these kind of things. So let's get the kind of blue color as per the theme of our hospital. I'm gonna kind of slot the examination area right over there. I do like that as an area, examination area there, and we'll get the equipment cabinet right here. I think we'll get some. Okay, let's get the other bits and pieces like the desk. So the desk for the doctor. I like the glass desk, so let's do the glass desk. I'm gonna do it like that, so the doctor actually sits there nice next to that. We'll get a nice fancy chair for the doc in the kind of the white color over here. We'll do that. We'll give him a laptop, so it's yeah, that's good. Plus a bit of a printer over there. That's good. Now we need maybe something like an eye test up there. That's good. Then we need a medical lamp. Okay, now a wash basin and things like that. I'm thinking something like there could do good, do well. Could be appropriate. Let's place those on there. We need also something like that maybe, and we need an odometer. So let's grab a chartboard. Something like that. I like that. Let's get an equipment table right in there, and we'll put the other piece over here. Good stuff. Now, what we also need is, I would like something like maybe a bookshelf for the doctor somewhere, something like that, and anything else? Maybe obviously a seat for the patients, but I'm thinking maybe a sofa instead. Yeah, something like that. Now, what else can we squeeze in here? I'm thinking a plant and a water. We definitely need the water piece. So let's get a plant up going over there. We'll need the water, maybe a clock up on there. Yeah, that's good. Maybe the diploma for the doctor up here somewhere. I think that should be fine. We wanted the water. Where's the water? Let's get the water dispenser. Can't go anywhere there, but it can go over here. So something like that. And I think that is quite appropriate. I think it's got everything that we need in here. Maybe what we can do is we can try and attempt the privacy screen, but it's generally quite difficult to get it to work. So I'd rather not. Let's not have that. If anything, we could maybe, I don't know. None of that's what it wants to work. So there we go. That's kind of what we're going to use. I think that's everything. Doc, you happy? Is this a good office for a doctor? Now, let's copy and paste these and do multiples. So copy and paste these prefabs. So let's just do that. There we go. Nice. Every doctor has exactly the same facilities. There we go, there we go, and there we go. We are pretty close to being able to open up for business. Now, let's get our reception sorted. So for reception, I'm liking these. And I'm almost tempted to actually do the reception like that area. Let's see, if we do... Let's do this as the reception area. Let's do that. And the other side. There we go. And what I'm thinking is we'll just do some like some kind of a glass. So we'll need a bit of a wall. So let's run just something like that over there. I want it, yes, because that actually closes off maybe that section. I do like that a little bit. So let's do maybe something like that. We'll move it by just a tad. And then I'm thinking, let's do some tall glass areas in here. There we go, something like that. You're happy with the offices? Excellent. Glad to hear that. Okay, now, with that in mind, that looks pretty good. Now, let's get the stuff that we need over here. So we'll give these same... So we'll do something like that. So we can have like 4 people working here. We'll give them a, if we can, what else can we put on here? Yeah, seems like the perfect size for all the equipment. Yeah, absolutely. You can put some other stuff in there as well, but I think that's going to be just fine. We'll get one of those in here. What else can we do? Balloons? No, no balloons. A coffee machine? They don't want to put a coffee machine on there. But what I am thinking is we could do something like plants or something. Maybe like a cactus up here. And maybe some files or something. Disinfectant tools. Maybe some disinfectant tools. It is a pandemic hospital after all. Where do we name our hospital? We'll have to have a look at that now. And I wanted to grab maybe another like plant over here. Yeah, something like that should be good. Now, we also need some chairs though. So let's grab chairs for our staff over here. Stools, maybe not stools. Maybe we'll get some office chairs instead. I'm going to go with the white. There we go. So that actually looks quite nice and clean. And now the waiting room over here needs a lot of these like seats. I don't necessarily like those seats, but I do like these ones. So let's do some pretty good sizable waiting room areas. I think that is quite good. So let's do that's awesome. I think that's exactly right. So let's do that and that. Like so. And then what we can also do is we can do these things up against the wall here. Not that that's a waiting room section over there, so let's just do that. Let's move this over. Something like that. There we go. There we go. We could do another right over there. Okay, good. Now, what you can also get is you can get one of these queuing machines. And I'm kind of tempted that we have the queuing machine access right over there. Ooh, it needs to be in the waiting room, right? Ah, yes, it needs to be in the waiting room. So let's do that. And I want some of these screens. Oh, it also needs to be in the waiting room. I wanted a few of them. Okay, so what we actually need is we need to place this maybe under there. And what I'll do is I'll get rid of that one. That's fine. A printer? Yeah, we could. Yeah, okay, let's get a printer. Let's get a printer. Actually, let's get that. Delete that. Get a printer. Oh, we need some of these coffee machines as well. So I'll grab a coffee machine over there, and maybe a vending machine over there, something like that. So there's a little bit going on. We need some bins and stuff like that. But what I need is a printer. So where is the printer stuff? What is quite interesting is that you can't actually find whatever you need here. So if I go back into the doctor's office, then we'll find the printer. There we go. So we'll give them a bit of a printer over there. There we go. Nice. Good. That's fine. I'm going to get rid of that one. I think that's going to be okay. We don't need that necessarily. Unless we just expand our waiting room though. Okay, we'll get back to it. That looks pretty good as we can practically open. Now let's quickly get just this area sorted out. So what I want to do is let's flip ourselves around a little. What I want to do is up on this edge I want to do like the kitchen area. And then, or maybe in that area we do like a bit of a staff dressing room or something. So if we do something like that, right? So that you can kind of come in there. I like the idea of potentially doing that. I'm putting a little bathroom in there. So if we do like a sink, and I want to actually do an entire bathroom section. So if we do that, plus maybe a staff bathroom in there, plus maybe a mirror. We obviously need a mirror. Maybe a trash bin. Right there. Do we need a hand dryer? Maybe we'll do a hand dryer. There we go. Now we need some walls in here. Ooh, a plant. Let's do the walls first. So this is just going to be like this tiling stuff. So let's just do that. Let's do that. I want to flip it around though.